What's up, Internet? This is a vlog about manifestations. So, yeah, we live in a living dream. I've resisted thinking I'm God. To me, that there's this lone cow out there. Yeah, the rancher came and collected all the cows, and I saw this one walking around by himself. There he is. Yeah, whoops, poor baby. Anyway, um, yeah, I was listening to an affirmation track today. Yeah, I don't want to say that I'm God because to me that's like incredibly egoistic. People who believe they personally are the creator, it's like when you see the effects of manifestation, you'll believe it, you know. And I've thought it or I felt it where it's like rapid manifestation, all my thoughts, like the whole world is swirling around me, right? And traditional thinking would caution against it. And I honestly think that that person would be intolerably egoic, as they would be obnoxious. Nobody would want to know them, you know. But it also is possible that it's true that, like, the order of existence that's assumed by people is that there's reality and we're in reality observing reality, right? And the real order of existence is the creator is. And realities they're making, so are you. And so it has power, not reality. And so that's why it's like that old saying that it's like you're secretly God. It's true. Right. But anyway, um, I gotta pause for a minute. Okay, I'm back. Um, yeah, somebody was walking through and it's way quiet, so I thought I'd just leave my conversation to myself. But yeah. No, it was kind of cool. Like, I've been here coming up on 2 weeks now, and I've never seen anything like this. But usually I don't listen to like my affirmation tracks. Oh yeah, I listened to it last night. I listened to my affirmation track last night, and it was like I had a dream about Sophie Powers, right? So there was a time when Sophie Powers, I think she was single and childless. She was like way into my life, right? Like I started listening to affirmations really when I was parking on the Palisades. I used to go to the Palisades in Los Angeles, which if you don't know, the Palisades are the nice houses right on the beach, right? So it's free parking. You just have to move for the street sweeping. And Sophie Powers like launched her music video career there, right? And I've met Sophie Powers IRL. She came out for me once, right? And I like her. She's a nice girl, you know. But yeah, the story when we met is a whole other story. But yeah, she like I started listening to manifestations for like a freaking girlfriend, right? And I wish I had done that when I was a kid, but they didn't really have the technology like good video editing and robot voices and stuff. So yeah, I could have still drawn it. That might be something I get into is like drawing attractive females, which I do. I plop them in. I've gotten in trouble before for sexually suggestive imagery, which my art can have. Um, but yeah, you'll get my art if you can read tarot. Yeah, if you can read tarot, you'll get my art. It's not devils or demons. It's how to read synchronicity. Yeah, how to read the play of life. So yeah, but anyway, I was listening to that affirmation track, which is like about getting a girlfriend, right? So I had a dream last night about Sophie Powers. Like we didn't hook up and nothing happened, and then she ended up having a kid and she has like another boyfriend now. But yeah, it was like I guess we were almost a thing, right? That could have happened, right? Holographic speed painter guy and her. I'm kind of cool. She's a lot taller than I thought. In IRL, she looks a little different, but I thought it was her. Um, I could have, yeah. I went to I told people online where I usually go, And then they said, thanks for telling me. And then I was like going to this place I always go, and I went in the front door, and they go, today's a special day. And I was like, every time I'm about to meet a celebrity, they go, today's a special day, right? And she was there, and I was like, no way, what is this? People do spy on my ass. So anyway, I think it was manifestation. It was like, I was listening to like Manifest a Girlfriend, and then she like released her Obsessed song at the spot I was listening to that, right? And since then, that was the music video, right? And yeah, since then, like, she's cool. I get top comment from her a lot, and like I've like connected, but we're not like together. I don't feel like that's us, but it could have been. It could have been. Yeah, I definitely like the raunchy, grungy music, and definitely pay to win has a huge part of it. I've been a social media content creator for a long time. They'll absolutely give you good numbers if you pay them, and they won't tell anybody, right? So it's like, yeah, pay to win. I'm a huge complainer about that. I've got no problem with like paid cosmetics, but anything that's pay to win is like, I mean, that's how old school arcade video games were. They would kill you on purpose, and you'd have to keep funneling quarters in to beat the game. So yeah, they always make the last boss impossibly hard. The last boss was impossibly hard, so you'd have to fight to win. Yeah. But yeah, I was listening to some of the same tracks I listened to when I first manifested Sophie Powers, and I like dreamed of her last night. I had a dream about her last night, and it was cool. I've had a few dreams with like girls I've known, especially recently, because it's like this is about like emotional healing. All my crystals are like, one of the effects they say is they help you heal emotionally. So did I get the relationship with the girl I wanted? Sometimes having a dream where you did is like, so it's like a partial closure, right? Or it's a prophecy, you know. Would I accept Sophie Powers now? No, I like her. I like her as a friend. I think she's a cool person, but she definitely has like her own life, doing her own thing. But I think it was like I had to see that it was possible, right? It's like manifestation. It's like showing me that it's possible. But anyway, I haven't listened to this track for a while, right? And I've been out here 2 weeks. I ain't ever seen a cute girl out here. Not ever, right? And all of a sudden, there's a bunch of them, right? I'm listening to the track today. And yeah, there was this this blonde starts talking loud when she sees me, like, you know how like people extend their aura, they shoot their voice out to try to like lure you in. I was getting some of that. And she was walking with a boy with curly hair who looks like some of these doofuses I clown online. No offense if you've got curly hair, but yeah, she was just like looking my way until she saw the massive pile of nappies in the fucking in the fire, and then she was like looked back and done with that. Yeah, I don't like, I will bury biodegradable paper, like anything that's quick dissolving, anything that would disappear in a while, but the actual wipes, those won't disappear, so I build a fire out of them and cover it with wood and burn it. Is it the cleanest thing ever? No, but I'm way out where the cows poo on the ground, so I don't really care, you know? Yeah, I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm nasty or a gross person, but I'm definitely grounded. Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so there was that blonde, and I was like, really? I haven't seen anybody in the weeks I've been out here, not one, right? And then there's another, right? This guy, this like convoy of people come, and the one who goes to open the gate is this chick with just like stacked, like barely fitting in her shirt, lots of like no hiding that, you know. And I was like, there we go. Let's merge them together. Let's get a girl without a boyfriend and get those, you know. Yeah, I've met people where they're like, boobs can't be too big. They don't like it, but I do, and I don't really care. I'm not gonna apologize. That's what I like. That's what I like. Trust me, I've lived long enough. If I don't like you, nobody's really gonna cry over that. It's fine. Yeah, I like what I like. But anyway, yeah, that happened the day I was listening to the track, right? I hadn't listened to it like as I was going to bed, which is what I did. Listen to it as I was going to bed, and I had a dream about Sophie Powers, who's like the girl I manifested, some celebrity. She and I would have been cool. I like her current boyfriend. I think he's a tall, very handsome looking man. I think he's actually cool. I'm not selfish or greedy over breeding or relationships at all. As long as it works out well, I'm happy. I'm not like super attached. But yeah. No, who else have I almost had? Yeah, Sophie and me would have been cool, but that just never happened. So, um, yeah. I've had random people like jump me wearing costumes where they've like, that big blue super being costume. I've had motherfuckers like not jump me literally to fight me, but like just like suddenly like in Walmart someone comes out and I'm like, oh, fuck. Yeah, when I used to drop my money, used to do money drops, they took all my ordinary sodas away and they put Prime in their place. And I was like, just one, right? I always get this soda, and that soda was replaced, and they were selling a Prime that they don't sell in that store, right? And I was like, how did that happen, right? People know about me, people watch my ass. So, yeah. Could be spirit, but yeah, anyway, like I've been out here I'm approaching my 2 week limit. I'm about to leave. I already scoped out a few new places, so I'll be leaving either Monday or Tuesday, which is 2 or 3 days, right? Day after tomorrow or the day after that. Not any later than that, I'll be gone. And yeah, so I was like listening to the affirmations all day, and like, yeah, this like these two girls come up, and I was like, no chicks have been out here, right? And it was the blonde, the way she like casted her voice at me, that was like weird. Yeah, it was like she included me in her aura. And yeah, the other one was stacked. So I'm like, let's put those two together. Put those two together. Yeah, no hungry babies. I think it's because like I'm circumcised, and circumcision can affect breastfeeding. And my mom was like very like against showy mating things. She was very humble and didn't, didn't really go for looking attractive that way. Um, that I think I'm so into it. It's like I found my parents repressive and dull, and so I'd rather be like uber hot with like all that. No, I've been having some good feedback. Like, been getting lucky, but definitely it's because I started watching the affirmations again. So yeah, it's like a dream. Maybe I'd have a perfect life if I. That'd be an interesting experiment, right? Like, let this channel turn off, go to a brand new channel, and only say nice things, like only say good things all the time, never complain once, right? And then see where I am a year after that. So yeah, I started wearing crystals for wealth, and despite a few minor wins in the lottery, I didn't really get more money, but my financial situation's improved a ton. Yeah, this year especially, it's gotten a lot better. So yeah, I didn't make any more money, but um, definitely like I was a lot smarter about spending. Yeah, it used to be like used to be a tight circus. Used to be a tight circus, and now it's like I can actually relax. Right. Yeah, I'm nowhere near the saving goals. Like, people suggest that you need to have about a year's worth of income saved at least. And I'm like, a month tops, barely. But it's still way better than it used to be. But yeah. No, I would love for my art to take off. Like, I watch my shows and I'm like, dang, I'm good. I like what I do. Why can't I get any forward? Well, it's like the media companies tell me where to pay them, and I'm like, they're all fake. Taylor Swift's dad is a stockbroker, right? She had rich parents who bought her career. My family doesn't give me anything. My family doesn't support my career at all, right? Um, if my dad was giving $2,000 a week to media agencies, man, I'd have 100,000 likes. I'd be famous. I would be famous. But I don't do that. So here I am, no views again. It's pretty sad. Yeah, my video about the government got 1 view. I was like, it'll get no views. No, they gave it 1, but they didn't say anything. When I'm paying YouTube, lots of compliments. When I'm not paying YouTube, I get like question mark, what are you even doing? It's just like, do they eat cows or not? Are they really nice, good people, or aren't they? So it's kind of like sad. Anyway, yeah, kind of sleepy. But yeah, that did happen that I listened to like the affirmations going to bed, which I don't do often. And I had a dream about Sophie Powers, and then there's like 2 chicks out here the very next day, which is a lot, you know. Sometimes I see like 4 or 5 cars a day, usually look like all dudes, right? Like cowboys or like an old guy with a truck. Very rarely like a young girl walking. What was she doing out here? This is not the area that a young girl goes on a walk easily. It makes no sense that they were out here. Seems improbable. Could have been a plant, right? Could have been just a trick, but yeah, maybe not. But yeah, no, manifestation definitely seems to work. So yeah, if manifestation was real, maybe there's nothing stopping me from flying through the air like Superman and living forever, right? Maybe it's teaching you about death is a curse. It's like, look at the cursed one to be cursed. Maybe you can live forever. Especially if it's like, I mean, it'd be like if I was like listening to like a new girlfriend affirmation. What would really sell it to me would be as if she comes up and knocks on the window and asks to come in. Then that'd be different. Just like incidentally seeing some chicks. That's a loose confirmation. Yeah, that's a it's like a strong incidental. It's like, considering that it happened unusually the day after I listened to it all night, I like put my phone on playing the affirmations on quiet as I went to bed. So it's like, yeah, my dreams were different, but waking up was different too. Yeah. I would love to have some romance. I know, do no work ever and just sit around making love. That honestly sounds like a great life. Sounds like a great life. But that's that's the dream. Yeah, that's the vlog on manifestation. Am I the creator? Because the creator made reality and the creator made me, am I more the creator than I am real? So The polite, cautious part of me is like, no, you can't think you're the creator. Imagine everybody at once thinks they're secretly the creator. How annoying would that be? Right? You'd have a bunch of traitors. But if I don't think it at all, can I not use it? And if I do start thinking it, will I get better results? You know? See if I can turn my beard black by thinking about it. Yeah, my beard is becoming black. My beard will be black. Yeah. But yeah, that's the story. So, yeah, Sophie looked good back in the day. She was a cutie. But I've known cuter. I have. And the fact that she went to someone else is like, I'm totally fine with that. Totally fine with that. Not worried about that at all. Even the fact her name had a 0 in it, because I was talking about void magic. You know, I've influenced people who haven't, like, maybe it is manifestation, right? But to me, I've influenced people who haven't even, like, told me I've influenced them. So, or maybe she's a special agent, you know, maybe she's Mossad or something. Who knows? Lebowski. Or Lebowski or something. Yeah, her name's Jewish. So who knows? Anyway, yeah, I'm yapping on. Yeah, I would love, like, some land and a house and, like, my soulmate. That would be amazing. True love. That would be cool. True love would be awesome, but when am I gonna have time for that, you know? Tough to say. I wish the universe made house calls, you know? It's like, I don't know why, like, with these chicks I manifest, it's like some incidental real life happening. Why not just, like, let someone send me a message and be like, yo, I like you? Let me just, like, check out her photos and be like, yes, right? Why do you gotta, like, is he gonna pounce on her IRL? Let's get her to ask him out all of a sudden in person. I'm like, I hate that. I'm not ready for that. Why would you do it that way? You know, I don't believe in love. There's no reason I'm 39 still looking for. I've had girlfriends before, but there's no reason I should be 39 still looking for the one. Like, fuck off. You suck. Tell the creator that all the time. Don't make so much if you can't take care of it. Making a huge ass, big ass cosmos is just gonna piss people off if they don't have what they want. You're just gonna seem like a jerk. Not even a good god, just a fucking asshole. So yeah, let's get the magic light on. There we go. Yeah. But yeah, anyway, some things I ordered myself. They had a sale on an Olight that I've never had before. It's like it's got a USB bottom, and the head is the light, and it comes off, and so you can, like, magnetically put it on the USB bottom, which is kind of cool. So I have, like, an open USB port, and I'm hoping that I can, like, dangle it out of that and use it. I hope. If it doesn't fit, I'm gonna be super sad. But we'll see. And yeah, so that'll be cool. Just to have, like, an easy dome light. Like, these are easy dome lights, but I want a directional one. And then I got a Spyglass because I've got a Spyglass and it's good, but this one's like, almost 1,000 times more powerful. So yeah, it should like, it is pretty helpful when I'm in especially when you're outside in camp land to, you can look at something far away up close and then decide if you want to go to it. I need a new drone too. After my drone broke, I haven't been able to replace it yet. So yeah, I still got time. I did my 7 jars. I was making 7 jars for a long time, and I finished it, and I've buried 3 of them. So I've got 4 more that I've got to go out there and hide. The Magnificent Seven. I do appreciate doing band and stuff like that as a kid. I used to say I hated it, but I did like it. It was a good time. What I really wanted was a social life and to be close to people. And band was just more like, band didn't teach me how to play music. Band taught me how to play written sheet music exactly. But like to become a musician, to express myself through an instrument, I didn't get till later. I figured that out a lot later. And it's like, there's that line from Taylor Swift, I faked it till I made it, and I did. She even mentioned she faked it. She faked it. She paid for a bunch of advertisements, paid for social media bots, and now she can fill up stadiums because people are fucking idiots. They don't have opinions. They look to see what everyone else's opinion is, and then they morph to that. I'm one of the people that has opinions. I don't care how many people disagree with me. I don't care how few people agree with me. I'm going to stay the course with what I think. I'm not going to care or change. So it's not because I'm stubborn. It's because I have my own thoughts, And I know that people will go along with numbers. People will wait to see something has 1 million likes and then decide it's good. Whereas it's like, you don't know they just bought those likes. You're really listening to slop, right? Pay to win slop. Like, it's really shitty stuff. It's not even that good. And you just think it's good because you're doing what the bots want, which is super sad. So yeah, I like Sophie Powers because she always mentions how much she paid for stuff. Sophie Powers will confess to paying for things. So yeah, she's kind of like, I've known a bunch of women in my life who were like loser musicians. They like could be famous. They want to be, but they just don't get it off the ground. And that's been like usually who I meet. Maybe that's who I am, right? I think my product the art show I do is exquisite, and I've done some amazing shows throughout time, but none of them are being seen. I do this show and I think it's awesome. I think it's out of this world, extraordinary, mind-blowing, perfect, and it just doesn't get any love at all. It's like crickets. And every time I post, they're like, money, please, And I'm just like, that's why they're not doing good. It's that you need to have that rich family member who can pay the $10,000 per post for you to look cool. So, yeah. Yeah, I think if I paid like maybe like $1,000 per post, I'd be a million banger. But the fact that I don't pay them is definitely detrimental to my success. It's like, I'm not doing it the way I wish I was. It's a little rough. So, yeah. But anyway, yeah, I wish I had first off, my foreskin. Second, I wish I had, love way earlier in life, like decades sooner. And I wish I had a lot more money. So maybe that's negative manifestation, but to me, it's like if I can't tell the universe what I hate and it doesn't fix it, then the universe is broken, right? your problems amplify because as soon as you identify you have problems, now you manifest more problems like that. It's like God is dead. Yeah, it's exactly like the mystical reality of manifestation is like it doesn't matter what you want. It doesn't matter about the universe intelligently seeing you. What matters is, did you rig it by scamming it correctly? Yeah, did you scam the thing? Are you going to repeat, oh, I'm so happy and loved now. Oh, I'm so happy and loved now. Oh, I'm so happy and loved now. Did you say that until it happened? Or did you have a moment of honesty and be like, wow, life sucks? You know, so I'm a little pissed off that having a shitty life doesn't help you have a better one. It is this kind of like this, well, hell has no bottom. You can go down as deep as you can, infinitely deep. So, yeah, it's sad. Anyway, the day I was like, yeah, the night I was listening to the affirmations, I had a dream about Sophie Powers. And it was just like close. It wasn't like gross or sexual. It was just like, you know, some closeness. And then this day I was listening to the same tracks. And yeah, this like blonde goes walking behind me, young girl. And then this woman gets out of her car to open the gate, and she's just like freaking Muffin City. Uh, so I was like, oh yeah, but yeah. I do like sleeping. It's a nice relief. Nothing to think about. So yeah, tomorrow might be my last day. I may have a big fire tomorrow. Yeah, I got the spyglass. I got the new Olight. What else did I get? I can't remember. Yeah, when I take my next shower, I'm gonna have to go to the laundromat. So, and I'm gonna go to a brand new area to look for a spot, and I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to pull it off. So we're gonna try. Yeah, gotta go. But I find it incredibly frustrating. I'm like, can the universe just give me what I want? Can I please have what I want? It just seems like no. It seems like it's impossible. What you want, it's like if I listen to an affirmation track aiming to manifest a girl I like, and like suddenly all these symbols about her are coming up, right? Like I never see women on this trail. The day I'm listening to it, there's a young blonde and then like a middle-aged freaking, you know what I mean. Just today, Friday night, I guess. I mean, how did that young girl get out here? They don't have a car. They're miles from anything. Truly, they're like insane hikers to be all the way out here, right? I thought it was quite a drive to get out here. They're just gonna walk that? That's crazy. Right? I was a soldier. They're really far out here, you know, but here they were, you know, the day I'm listening to it. So it's just frustrating. Like, can asking for what I want be enough to give it to me? Why do I have to listen to an affirmation track to like almost manifest it? What is going on? It's like the universe is simultaneously this like, you can have anything you want, accept all the things you want, like at the same time. And it's just like, did you make up your mind? Is it a realm of infinite possibility or not? It really seems to be both at once. Like, the universe is a dream that responds to my thoughts, and I'm extremely limited by the realities of the physical world at the same fucking time. You know, if manifestation was real, I should be able to fly through the air like Superman or live forever. I shouldn't be like limited by the mortal realities, you know. So anyway, yeah, that's my vlog on manifestation. Just like, I wish wanting it was enough. I wish just feeling deeply that it's like, that'd be amazing to have would be like, now it's yours. Instead, it's like fucking crickets until I play a track. I have to go to bed listening to a subliminal to freaking get any action around here. That's the part that's the most depressing, is like, can I trust this thing? What if I were to succeed in earning like money and girls, right? And I know a lot of religions teach not to go for that, but I want that. I have one life. It's what I want to do with my time. I'm not really that embarrassed about it. And would I be able to keep it? Would I have to be like, well, I can hang out with my girl for 10 minutes, but now I need to listen to the affirmation track again so I can keep her? You know, that's just like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Trust me, I'm 39. I am so fucking tired of this shit. I'm so fucking tired of this shit. Either give it to me or let me fucking die. I'm sick of the like, like, it is those people who have like those DMT visions and they're like, the universe is run by an evil jester. I'm like, yes, exactly. The universe is run by an evil clown. He absolutely, the only assured thing is he's going to entertain himself with you. And if you get what you want or not is all about that entertainment. So it is pretty disappointing. It's like, can I please just have what I want? Or let me go? It's the middle ground. It's that, yes, I manifested Sophie Powers. Yes, I manifested like that meeting and these chicks earlier, right? Because I was listening to the affirmations. So I'm God. What I think determines what happens, right? But what's with the gigantic gap between that and actually living as a deity? Why is it I have to walk or drive? Why is it I get hungry? Why is it it's like grounded too? It's like, yeah, it's so weird how like sometimes it's as loose as a dream, right? And then other times it's unforgivably solid, right? Um, maybe there's some like next level affirmations I need, like I can fly like Superman. Maybe I can teleport, right? The superpower unlocker. You know, maybe there's that, but yeah, one of my problems with thinking that I'm God is other people would tell me if I was God, people would go out of their way to be like, that's him, the guy who thinks it and it is. I saw you in my dreams. You're him, you know. And nobody's ever treated me like that. Not really. You know, if I was the deity, if I was God, then I think the universe would treat me more special. And it's just like, what this thing is seems to be, it's, life is both solid and completely unknowable. It's definite and completely like evades wisdom. It evades you finding out precisely what it is. Any strong answer is more likely a lie, right? So it is just like, I'm a little very frustrated. I'm extremely frustrated. You know, I'm just like, so yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's the story. A lot of me is like, if there's reincarnation, I'd rather just die and try again. You know, get a fresh start with a new perspective. But what am I doing with this life? Like, is this life really doomed? If, you know, is reality the frustrating conundrum that yes, you can have anything you want and it's a living dream and you die? So yeah, I had some manifestations today that I can only chalk up as the result of what I was listening to last night and this morning. That it's just too improbable. I've been out here for weeks and I've never seen anybody like I saw the night I was listening to a track all day. I had never listened to that track that much. I just like started last night and I was doing it this morning. Yeah, Sophie Powers is kind of tall. I think she's like 5'7". To me, my eyes just go up to the top of her head. You know, she's not. I'm 5'11". I could be 6 feet, but I'm like 5'11". So yeah, it's the same size. It's the same size as like I think Joe Rogan is 5'11", if I'm not mistaken. So is Get This Bag, the guy who does the streaming on TikTok. Get This Bag is also 5'11". So it's the most biggish middle height. Yeah. Definitely I'm taller than most women. I'm taller than a lot of other races like, you know, Asians or Arabs or whoever. I'm taller than them. But I'm not the tallest. You know, there's people who go up to like 6 to 7 feet. It is amazing. Yeah, the height difference between like 5'11" and 7 feet is massive. It feels like a whole different type of person. It's like huge. But yeah, anyway. See, if I was like manifesting, it'd be like, that'd be some things I could try to manifest that might be better. Would be like manifesting, changing my beard color, going back to black without dyes. That would be a manifestation. And then, like changing my height. Could I become 6'2"? It's actually interesting because Charles Barkley, he said that he grew from like 5 foot to 6'2" his last year of high school. Yeah. Charles Barkley allegedly had like an insane late growth spurt for some reason. So maybe there could be like an answered prayer with that. That maybe it's possible, right? But the other frustrating thing is, did he try to do that? Was he on his knees begging? Or did that just like happen? He didn't need it, it just happened to him, you know? So I don't really know. Yeah. I would love the universe if I thought it was easy to get anything I wanted. But to me, it's incredibly frustrating. I just don't have what I want. And it seems like there's something listening, but it doesn't seem like it particularly cares. And if I don't get what I want, it doesn't care at all. Like it doesn't imagine like how much I care about getting what I want. Do I care about other people getting what they want? Probably not at all as much as they do, you know. So, yeah. Anyway, I had some good pasta today. Uh, I did some cleaning. I've got all my stuff together to get burned tomorrow. So, yeah, I've got a lot of got a lot of AFK Journey to play. Got to run the tower. So, yeah, I had another girl today who was really cute, liking my post on her page, saying that she never wears makeup. I like girls who don't wear makeup. I don't like makeup. Makeup is like, it's not the fetch girls think it is. Maybe sometimes they say they wear it for themselves. I just don't believe you. I think you wear it because you think it makes you look better. But yeah, I like girls without makeup. I think it's attractive. Like if you have makeup on, it's weird. It's like I can see it, right? It's not invisible. It's like, okay, you're wearing a mask. You're in a costume. You know, it's not very natural. But yeah, I had this girl who like, she was good looking, who like never wears makeup, and she was liking my posts, and I was like, okay. Could be a bot, could be phishing again. Yeah, I mean, do I really believe that my post is really bad and then the moment I pay them, I get exactly how many likes and views they promised me? You know, are those people who liked it real? Or are they just liars? Right? So who's lying about what and how much and why? I don't know. So yeah, life is frustrating. I I wish this shit was easy. I wish this shit was easy, but this is like what I think, right? It's like how people love Dark Souls. I have this theory that life is hard and life sucks because people asked for it. Life used to be really easy. Life used to be like everything you wanted would happen. You'd always like get lucky and stuff like that. And people said, oh, it's too easy. It needs to be more difficult. It needs to be harder. So now it's fucking impossibly hard. Now it's like most people fail, you know. Like when success is manifesting your heart's dreams and failure is never getting that and just always feeling the absence of that. And that most people fail. Most people never get it together. And that's really like disappointing that that's the standard, is that most people fail. There's a lot of angry old people. Those old people never had it good. You think anyone's ever loved them or missed them, or you think they've ever had like any period of time of happiness in their life ever? No, they're fucking worn out. They're old. They hate it, right? They're all angry and they're looking to hurt people. And it's because life just sucked. You made so much and took care of so little. So yeah, it's frustrating to me that like me asking for the things I want doesn't bring them to me, but playing a fucking track all night, now it's like, oh, well, the subliminal, that's stronger than God. Stronger than me, my wants, and God is a fucking affirmation track on repeat. That's gonna do it. And that reality is just so much like, what is going on? What type of clown show is this? You can't hear my prayer? Your prayers? No. This affirmation track? Sure, that's acceptable. Get out. Shit sucks. It does suck. It's like literally shitty. So, yeah, I wish life was nice. Trust me, I'd be hella happy if it was. But it's just like, come on, man. I wasn't always negative. I used to give gratitude, say thanks, express belief in God. You know, I used to do all those things, and I still didn't get what I wanted, you know. It's and what I want isn't like that extreme. It's not incredibly different from like what's possible. It's definitely possible, but it feels lonely. It does. It feels like God is dead. He's heard a trillion wishes and ignored them a trillion times. And the only way you can get what you want is by gaming the universe. You have to hear an affirmation so it reprograms your subconscious. So then it comes in, right? Just asking for it, fuck you, right? How dare you want something? Wanting things doesn't get you things, which is so dark, right? If you have a want or a need or a desire, that's exactly when you're not gonna fucking have it, which is dark. It's dark. It would be amazing if it's like wanting it would bring it, you know? Let's say I like draw a picture of my perfect girlfriend and I'm like, she comes into my life and then she knocks on my door. That would be amazing. I would be a happy ass person. But it's the fact that it's like almost manifested. It manifests in partials sometimes, but I have to do a lot to get it, and it's not exactly what I want. That shit's annoying. It is. It's just like, no free compliments for this shit creator, man. No, I really do think most people are unhappy. I think most people haven't come anywhere close to getting what they want. And it's like a rat race to find it. So, yeah. Life is sad. I did see a red bird earlier. Some birds were playing on my roof. My paint was peeling more, so I got my rubber spray and I sprayed the paint down just to keep it from all falling off. Yeah. It's sad. It is the most frustrating thing. Me listening to that track originally brought like Sophie Powers. Again, she had like her debut at the very place I was listening to the track. And I'm like, what? This is crazy. And then, like she ended up coming into my life or trying to. I think that happened. I really do. I remember that happening. I haven't had any confirmation from like her account or like the news media that really happened, but I think it happened. I think it happened. So, yeah. I made it into Elden Ring. Yeah, my last name is one of the characters, and Patricia the Perfumer is my mom. Yeah, I'm the like savage looking character boss that's opposite Patricia. Yeah, that's my mom. So, which is funny, but yeah, man. That is like the saddest thing about my life is like me just wanting it isn't enough to bring it to me. I have to play a fucking affirmation track. And then it starts to show up and I'm like, so I have to listen to affirmations forever? Can't me wanting it just be enough? It really is like the universe just sucks. It just fucking sucks. I used to be positive. I used to be a very optimistic person. I had videos talking about like the grace of God and faith and stuff like that years and years ago. And I've deleted them because I saw how dangerous they were to kids, that kids were getting R-worded because of that. And I was like, oh, yeesh. Yeah, so, and that's just like such a severe thing. It's like, if you say to have faith in God, a poor little baby is going to be circumcised. And that's just a nightmare beyond comprehension. What are we supposed to do in this shithole, man? What are we supposed to do in this fucking goddamn awful place? So, yeah, as much as I wish I had love, I know that's just about babies, and I know that's about more people on Trash Planet, and I'm just like, I can't do this. I just can't do this. This is just awful. So, yeah. Yeah, I used to talk so good, and it just doesn't matter. It's not so good that talking good will get you much. So, yeah, really the problem is the creator doesn't have a body. That's really the problem, is that the creator himself can't want what we want and doesn't get hurt by what we get hurt by. And so it doesn't care. It doesn't like understand. To it, it's funny, right? It's entertaining to watch us have problems. And so that's like really like the source of suffering is the evil of God. Yeah. Now, I do remember that like it was a full moon years ago. I was in Mount Shasta and I was staring at it. And I remember hearing, you're going to see, this is when I believed in God, you're going to see the darkness of God. And I did. Like the years after that, that was probably, 10 years ago. The years after that were like, I had some extremely dark encounters with the world. And I don't have faith in God anymore. Like, why trust a being that can't even take care of things? Really, me asking for something isn't enough. Me playing an affirmation all the time to hypnotize me into expecting it, that works. Oh, oh. None of this, oh please, can I have that? No. None of that shit. All the Christians who act like their prayers were answered all look like ugly idiots. Their prayers getting answered is they have a place to live and kids now, and that's not progress to me. Yeah, I got a problem, right? Circumcision. When I can regrow my fucking foreskin, when I wake up and my foreskin's back and my dick isn't cold anymore, then it will be a hallelujah. Then something has happened. But the shit is persistently bad. Never fixed itself. So obviously there's limits to manifestation. Obviously manifestation can get you like just weird. Why answer anything at all? Right? None of my prayers got answered, but listening to an affirmation track for 24 hours. Now all of a sudden it's happening. That's so frustrating. I can't just ask. You can't just hear me and be like, okay, I need to fucking hypnotize myself to get it. And then it's like, who the fuck am I? Am I God? Believe me, I know how arrogant and egoic it would be to believe that you're God. It would absolutely be just like a stupid idea. But it makes sense when it's like, I can't have what I don't think I can have. So I'm stronger than God. It doesn't matter if God wants to give it to me. If I don't think I can have it, I can't, right? I am more powerful than God, right? God himself can't give me something I'm not willing to believe in. And so now it's like, well, what am I then? Should I even ask for a girlfriend? There's a perfect world. Everyone loves each other. Life is going amazing, right? Use my manifestational powers to adjust the dream. The whole dream of existence is in my hands, and I decide what it's like. It just seems like a lot. That would be a fucking crazy twist on reality, that reality is not real and it is just me and my soul manifesting everything out of some quantum abyss. But to me it's like the number of people who believe they are God outnumber the number of people willing to have some humility and be more grounded, which I respect. I respect the grounded people more. People who don't think they're God, I definitely respect you a lot more. People who do think they're God, what an ego. But it might be true, right? It may be that the universe doesn't exist tangibly as its own reality, and that it is just the dream of the creator, and that I have to change the channel to get something different. So, but I am so frustrated with that. Like, I wonder if Sophie Powers was thinking about me. It would be interesting if Sophie Powers literally has no idea who I am, and she never visited me at all. That was like, I was just imagining things or something. That would be interesting. So. Yeah. 39 is very old to be getting a life together. This shit sucks. Maybe that winners and losers thing is a big deal. Do you get everything you want in uninterrupted perfect karma? Then you have a great life. You could have, it's like having love but not money is hell. Having money but not love is hell. You know, and so let's say you have love and money, but then no health. That's hell. Let's say you have love and money and health, but your country is in shambles. That's hell. You know, let's say you have love and money and health, but you know, some other problem, right? You live in a stormy place. So yeah, you have love and money and health, but it's always cold, you know, and it's just like, yeah, to have like a perfect suite where everything in your life is perfect takes so much luck. If you have anything wrong, like your parents are poor and you're circumcised, and so you have no love and no money, and your society is full of backstabbers, then it's like, well, life is not worth it. Life is not worth it. This shit is annoying. Who wants, like, can you imagine, like, Seth the Greasy Burger Boy? Can you imagine he wants to be loved too? He's this big, fat, ugly guy. And he seems funny, but he just doesn't have a life because he sucks. You know, he's just not a cool person. What's he supposed to do, you know? I think, the best art of all time, but I don't pay for views, so I'm nobody. You don't have one honest person working in social media? You're all just a bunch of scammers working for the government? You know, I hate it. I hate it. Hey, I was praying for a girlfriend I liked decades ago. And now, you know, I'm listening to an affirmation track, and now all of a sudden it's like, all right, we can cook with this. It's like, why on the affirmation track? Why is it like the power of God? Nah. Affirmations played from YouTube. Fuck yeah, dude. That's the one. You know, I'm just like, this shit is stupid. This shit is stupid. I've always accepted emails and messages. No one ever says anything. You can't comment on my page. Hey, I like your art. Can I see it in person? Oh, look, it's a chick I like wanting to see my art. Yeah, here. Holy shit, it's real. There we go. That would have been awesome, but years without any of that. I got some random girl at the pizza place asking where I'm going later out of nowhere, and I'm like, that's the thing that pisses me off about God. You have to ambush me. You have to ambush me. I'm not allowed to see it coming. It doesn't happen when I want it the way I want it. It happens how you want it when you want it. Well, now I don't want it. Right? The most annoying. I am so annoyed. I am just so annoyed. Like, can you please make something nice? Can I have something nice already, or is that just too hard to do? You know, that's impossible. We'll never get something nice. So yeah, I got some stuff I can burn. I've got like a bone I covered with like, I've got a bone, a big log, and like this like keepsake thing. And I've got to burn it because it might mention the G word in a positive light. So I've got to burn all that shit. Gross. Yeah, circumcision's immoral. I'd rather betray God and never circumcise again than ever say the word and get kids hurt. So, and shame on the creator for letting that go. Like what a useless fart. You can't care about our bodies because you don't have one? Yeah, fuck you. You step in some thorns. You cut your hand on glass. You get a fucking burn. You get circumcised, bitch. You know, nobody likes the creator because they suck. Hey, can I have something I want and need? No. You have to wait until you discover YouTube affirmation tracks and then you can. Idiot. You know, why am I more powerful than God? Why can't I have what I want? But the moment I'm playing affirmations, then it just comes into my life. Can't you just give me what I want? Or is it like I said, like God's dead? He doesn't listen. He doesn't care. He doesn't actually know what's going on. You think God knows what every squirrel is thinking? Yeah, right. Probably a lot of mute and autopilot. I have to hack reality and then it's who am I? How is it when I in my subconscious changes, what happens physically in the world is different? Who am I? Who am I that what I think affects what happens tangibly? Who am I? You know? It's annoying. Protein bar. Sophie Powers was cute. As far as like celebrity girlfriend manifestation, pretty good. Pretty good. She's like skinny with big tits. She's nice. She's pretty. She's cool. She's funny. I just wasn't really into it. And I wasn't. When we met, I walked away from her. I didn't even stay and talk. So, but yeah, there's people who don't know any manifestation at all, who have everything they've ever wanted. And there's people like me who can like do tarot and holographic speed painting and can read the creator's mind and the stars. And I can't get shit I want. I have to play a fucking affirmation track. Just asking for it doesn't do anything. It really is like, how am I stronger than God? How is it I can pray to God and he can't get it to me or doesn't want to? In the moment I'm like listening to as soon as I'm listening to mind manipulation as I'm sleeping, now it's like, oh, that? You want that? Oh, now I get it. Yeah, right. Shit's annoying. It is. Maybe that's what the game is. Maybe he's like, this will piss him off. This will piss him off. He's gonna hate this. Yeah. Life is annoying. People are annoying. My gosh.